Good medicine.
That's better.
Well done, little friend.
Good medicine. Ah!
Did you see that green ape?
Ah!
Final
Raccoon.
score. 2-1.
Ah! Come on. Come on. Alright, y'all. So we managed to hit Eternity solo queuing, man. Solo queuing as Rocket Raccoon. Pretty much, I'm not really playing with anybody. I'm not really playing any other characters except if I'm forced to. You know what I mean? We have a one-trick Rocket on the same team, and he pretty much can't play good without using him. So there are times I'll flex, but for the most time, I'm pretty much using Rocket, man. And this is how I did it. All right, first of all, Rocket has seems to be getting a lot more hate recently. I don't know why, but like I've been playing him from the start, right? But past 2-3 weeks, I don't want to say 3 weeks, probably like 2 weeks. I don't know what happened, but the hate has amplified immensely, man. And it's pretty much, it seems like it's due to the ult that Rocket has, right? It's the offensive ult is goated. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's goated. Helps you pretty much wipe a whole team, but it doesn't provide immortality like Luna, Cloak and Dagger, and I think Mantis or Invisible Woman, whatever. You know, they have the invincibility for a couple of seconds, so people underrate Rocket. Now, one thing I'm gonna say, right? I'm not gonna play a character that I do not enjoy playing. For me personally, you know what I mean? So if I really rock with a character, like I like Rocket, he's super funny. His voice lines is funny. Everything about him is just lit. You know what I mean? His mobility, all of that stuff. Like, he's just a cool character design. So I decided to play him. I'm not gonna play a character just because they have an OP ult. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really fun to me, man. Like, I like playing what the fuck I like playing. Now on the other team, you're most likely gonna see 99% of your games. Most likely is gonna be a Cloak and Dagger, Invisible Woman combo. That's just how it is, man. If you want to win the game, they want to cheese the most OP way to win. It is what it is. It's a competitive game, I understand. But Rocket ult is pretty good, man. And you just have to play around those ultimates, right? So what I like to do is that I kind of hold my ult because I know the other team has a cloak usually, or like some type of invincibility ult. So like I'll let them use it first. So granted, if my team doesn't die like after they pop that ult, I will launch my ult. So the 40% damage boost is gonna basically wipe the team out. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much when you want to use the ult, cause like, or you could use it to bait the other team to use their ult, but I wouldn't really do that. I would really just wait until like they waste it. You know what I mean? Now a good time as well is if you guys get like a pick, if you guys get like a pick or two, a kill on the other team, and you guys are rolling, y'all picking up momentum, man, throw down that ult, and then that boost is just, y'all just wiping, man. Like every time, people do not like the amplifier for some reason. Like they will clown the amplifier. But if you really look at the game from the back line as you do as a support, like when you're playing Rocket, you throw it on the amplifier, you see how fast the other team dies. I swear, bro. But people don't really see that, man. Sometimes though, it could be like your teammates could really not be that skilled, man. You could throw down the ultimate and they will get no kills with it, and then they'll be like, oh man, it's such a useless ult. But it's like, damn, like if you guys are good at the game and actually could get some kills, like with a 40% boost, mind you should be able to get kills, right? I'm not talking shit as a Rocket player, because people will be like, oh man, you're a Rocket, man. Why are you talking? Why are you talking? You basically do nothing. That is crazy, man. But yeah, but I've mentioned this also before, man. If you have a Bucky Punisher on the team, hold the ultimate. Try to hold the ultimate till you get that team up ability with the infinite ammo. Try to match them together all the time, or as much as you can. Obviously if you're not close to your ultimate, like you're like 10% or whatever, just throw on the freaking infinite ammo. But if you are close, like 75% or like around there, just wait it out, man, because that extra boost is gonna do so much for your DPS, man. Especially, you know what I mean, you got the Bucky going crazy with his ult, or Punisher could kill Luna, or he could kill like Cloak out of their ult, assuming they get headshots with their ultimate as well. This will be another scenario if you have a Magneto on your team. You gotta know who you're playing with, right? If you have Magneto on your team, most likely they'll wait. He's waiting for Cloak and Dagger to use her ult, and then he uses his ult to freaking slam her and kill her out the joint, and then you throw your amplifier, right? Like it's like a gameplay loop. You know what I mean? Like it depends who you're playing with. All right, so that's enough for the ultimates, man. Next will be your survivability. As a rocket player, you're gonna have the most deaths on the team. Usually, you should, man. Like, there's no way you should be dying so much times. No matter how much people are diving you and anything, you have the wall climb, you have the wall running, you have so much utilities. You have the rocket dash. You have a lot of things just to get away from like divers. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to like to stay alive all the time. You're gonna die, but you should be dying. Like most games I die like maybe 2 times, 3 times, man. Depending, if I'm playing really good, I'll just die none. But sometimes you just can avoid it, man. The other team will have, like this game, they had like a Spider-Man. Sometimes they'll even have like a complete dive comp, man. They'll have like Spider-Man, magic, and there's pretty much nothing you can do. But it's not only up to you. Like, it should be your team. Your teammates should be turning around to help you. So this is a big problem playing other supports. Which is why I don't like playing other support characters, because for the most part people do not like turning around for some odd reason. So like, if they're not going to turn around, then you got to take it in your own hands to use a character that can stay alive, which is why I pick Rocket Raccoon. Now, people on my team will bitch and complain about me picking Raccoon, but they also won't turn around. So like, even like after 1 round, they'd be like, oh man, get off Raccoon or whatever. But they won't realize, like, if I pick another character that's not great mobility wise, I'm going to die even more. And the other team is going to, they guarantee to win at that point, you know what I mean? So yeah, like take this game for example. I think it was this game and the next game after this one, right? We have a Spider-Man on the team, right? Nobody's helping me, like literally nobody's helping me with the Spider-Man. So that's kind of like what I'm talking about here. Like, yes, I can escape most of the time, but you have a Spider-Man on the team, you guys should know that he's gonna come around the back line to try to kill support, yet they never help. You feel me? So like, if I got to this higher rank, man, using Raccoon, it's clearly working. So don't be listening to people like talk shit about like just you using a certain character. Now the thing is, Rocket's gun works really well up close, so you can do some great damage on people trying to dive you, but it's not gonna work all the time. Just because his gun, like if his gun was like a little more hit scan or something like that, it's a little like hard to like really consistently hit shots on like these fast moving targets, because his gun shoots kind of slow, man. So but you can do damage, especially like if you have a Luna or like somebody else on the team that really can't protect themselves like that. Like, as you can see, the Luna sticking me right here. You could just basically, like, when the Spider-Man is like attacking her or whatever, like you could just keep constantly healing behind her and try to put out some damage, man, just to help you guys stay alive in the back line, because you know, typically the DPS is off doing their own thing. Now you gotta also be aware, right? I said his gun does really well, especially like when you have the ultimate out. That's when I try to do the most damage. I'm not gonna try to be a superstar, because this is honestly, his gun isn't really the greatest, like, you know what I mean? So, but if you're up close, like 10-15 meters or less, his gun does crazy damage. And if you have that damage boost with the ult, that's when you really want to start shooting. There's a lot of people I see like that play Rocket that do not shoot their gun, man. So I'll even challenge them, right? So there'll be a Rocket on the other team, and I'll just see them heal button, and I'll just run up in their face, you know what I mean, like flanking, and just basically kill them, like, and most of the time they're not even gonna try to shoot back, or they'll shoot back just a little bit and just like dash away, like but you also have the dash, so you can chase them pretty much. And I chase Rockets a lot, and I get the kills on them a lot because they just heal bot the whole game. That is a way to win games as well. You can do that, but like for the most part, if you want to get a higher win rate, like if you could sprinkle in a little bit of damage here and there, you pretty much boost your chances of winning, because you kind of put the game in your own hands at times, right? So there are times I'll just like get some picks, but it's not every game. You have to discern when you can and when you can't do it, you know what I mean? So like, don't try to be a superstar every game. You can't be a superstar every game just trying to gun people, right? Because there are games where your team just cannot use cover for the life of them, man. So you pretty much have to sit there and heal bot them. But when you can, you go out there and do some damage, right? So what I'm actually working on is that Rockets orbs don't stack on top of each other, right? Like the healing does not stack, right? So you could launch a orb, and it will like heal your teammates, and in that time you have to use your gun to shoot, because like the orbs do not stack, right? It's only a limited amount at a certain time. but obviously you have to be more aware, man. You have to be more aware to play that type of play style. And I see like not a lot of people do. Obviously, nobody's gonna try to play the harder way, right? The quote unquote harder. That's a more skillful way to play, but it's actually harder, right? Just because you have to have the awareness. So people can do damage and they'll completely get tunnel vision and forget about healing. And that's like, you have to balance that, man. And that's the hardest part about being a support. Trying to do both at the same time. But like a character like Rocket, it'll definitely provide more value. Also doing damage as well from like off angles and stuff. Now, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in an earlier video, right? But his res beacon is a big one, right? Rocket's res beacon, boom. Within 15 meters, I believe you have to be within 15 meters for the res to go off. Like, say if your teammate dies and you're too far from the res beacon, they're not gonna get a res off. So always be conscious of that. Always be conscious of that. Like, what's your location in proximity to the res beacon, right? So if you're far away, like you guys are pushed up and like you're pushing the team, pushing the team back, make sure to like cancel the res beacon, because the cooldown will only be like 5 seconds at the same time, right? I actually have a timing. I don't know if it's like just me as a Rocket player, but like I feel like every time I cancel my freaking res beacon, at times like that's when the teammate happens to die, right? It's kind of weird that it works that way, but that's usually what happens. But side note, I went off track, but for the most part you want to make sure you aware of your location in regards to the res beacon. So if you feel like you're too far, just cancel it and then put it somewhere else. Now with that being said, if you have like people that dive you, like Black Panther, Magic, freaking Psylocke, Spider, you know them, man. If you have them on the other team, they're actively gonna look for your res beacons, man. So like you have to be aware, like, okay, like if Spider-Man is near me, most likely he's gonna go around the backside and he's gonna find the res beacon. So before he can even do damage to it, I cancel it. Like I already know they're going for it, I cancel it. And they're pretty much wasting their time in the back when that happens, right? So like I've had that happen where, yeah, they trying to go around and just because they know it's gonna be there, so they try to waste time before they even could put some damage into it. Like right before I cancel it, if they put some damage into it, it's gonna make your cooldown go to like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So like that's a good amount of time in a fight that you're not able to res, man. So you want to be aware of that. Now if you're really good with it, you can time the reses, right? So you can time the reses to where your team almost, like when a teammate's almost dying, like once you see the little red plus sign, you know what I mean, like they're about to die, throw it down. I'm about to show you right here, right? Is it right here? It might be right here. I think Punisher dies right here, right? But I know he's gonna die, but I throw the shit down anyway. See? Look, I know he's gonna die, right? Boom. And he comes right back, and we're back in the fight to try to kill the Spider-Man. But you could time it really well. That wasn't like super good timing, but you can time it really well to where if you throw it down just a millisecond before your teammate dies, it will res them immediately. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a timing thing. But yeah, when you're playing against dive characters, you want to have the res beacon on the move. Don't always just leave it back, because if they take it out, that's 45 seconds, man. And then it kind of Rocket's value goes down a lot, because one of his big things is the res beacon. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the most part. I might be leaving some stuff out, but it's all the things I said to you guys, pretty much what I did to climb to this rank. But it's crazy, like just when I have other like Rockets on my team, like one tricks or whatever, like I could tell the difference between me and them for the most part, because I could like say they're playing Rocket and I'm forced to like DPS or whatever. I can see like they do not keep me alive. Like I'm not saying all of them, but like a good amount of them, I don't know what they're doing, but they could just be healing the tanks or whatever, or they're just not completely looking around. They just sit in the back just doing God knows all. But like, man, I noticed that when I'm healing, like I do not let my like DPS die. Like that's in my control, man. Like I'm not letting people go out there 5 seconds without freaking healing them, you know what I mean? Which is what I noticed when I'm specifically DPSing. Like I'm like, yo, like why is it taking you guys so long for you to heal me, especially as a Rocket? You have, bro, you can heal people from any distance, man. You can heal people from around the corner. You can heal people from like Spider-Man and Psylocke that's all the way out. Iron Fist is all the way out in the freaking 100 meters away. You can spam those orbs over there, man. So I don't know, man. But that's pretty much what I did to hit Eternity. I actually went like on like a losing streak after that, and I'm back in Celestial 1, man. But yeah, I hit that bit, you know what I mean? Let me know if y'all want me to do more videos like this. I think I'm gonna try to do like an unranked to GM or Celestial with like a different character, man. It gets kind of boring playing one character. But yeah, man, as I said, I hope y'all guys enjoyed, man. Smash the like button. Y'all already know. I've had some people hit Celestial, man. Some people told me like, yo, man, like you helped me hit Celestial with Rocket and all of that, man. So hey, this thing works. So y'all check it out, man. Y'all try it out. Y'all already know. Hit the sub button. Yeah, man, I'm out here. Yeah. Getting on the fight inside of me. No, 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 no.